Time to join our commentary team, who are waiting to bring you game number 2, BSJ with Capitalist.
Up though.
Genius.
See whether or not he can actually get some good CS from it. I don't know, man. I'm not sure if I've ever seen Grimstroke successfully in a mid-lane dual lane, but they will manage to get the first blood as he just gets a bit too close. Mickey does get stunned up by Tim's, managed to draw off the aggro of the tower and will survive as a result. Levels, those summons are really weak and just can be free gold.
Absolutely, yeah.
Koifa just being patient, biding his time, waiting for, you know, whenever the Lina leaves, get some CS. Otherwise, bottom lane, trying to go for a kill here onto March. They're going to pop the all those stacks that he had earlier from the Retaliate. They're going to use that against March here, finish him off.
Earlier
and to put that pressure to start.
I think it's 100% gyro rotating. It's just a matter of if he wants to go to the Lycan with Lycan ult. I think I would go away. Okay, he's going bottom. I almost would have preferred mid, but if they want to punish bottom too, that works for me. What's the plan here to kill this Void? Maybe force the time walk?
Yeah, trying to force out the time walk. Gabby knows what's coming, so he's running the opposite direction of Boxy right now. Runs to the other side of that cliff. Does throw out the Chronosphere and TPs away. So that is, you know, if they force out that...
The one lane I didn't list in the 2 lanes I said. But either way, the concept is there. They did force a rotation, and this is classic Void Dota right now.
What, lucky bashes?
Just bashing you and never dying, pretty much.
They will manage to find the kill, though, onto March. And maybe with a silence landing onto the Void, time walk coming up, he will manage to get a small distance away, but Mickey continues to chase him. Still, though, he's a win-win situation for Liquid right now when it comes to taking objectives. Even better if they can kill KP here. The telekinesis, Retaliate, maxed out stacks, but KP is still very tanky. Maybe if he had a phase boots, though, he'd be tanky enough to survive this, but as it is, it looks like Boxy should be able to chase him down. KP is going to try and juke his way through the trees with this Quelling Blade, but Boxy continues to cut down trees as well to keep some eyes on KP, making sure he cannot juke his way out of this one. 0-5.
Titus's on Radiant. Like, they are up by 1k gold, but you don't feel any of this net worth.
No.
You effectively have like 8,000 net worth on the Radiant side that does nothing. So, this is when Liquid needs to do exactly this.
Running over Tim's, see if they can keep him chain stun, quickly blown up with a Faithful. Now Armel chasing him. It's going to be silenced up. Look at Mickey coming in from the side here. They're looking to be able to steal stacks and maybe steal Alchemist's life away as well, as Boxy does not have another stun. They're going to run out of damage here, and if they're not careful, KP may punish them for diving in a little bit too deep, but this is perfect. Koifa himself not committing, but just using some of his summons to be able to chase him away. Now trying to take down that mid-tier 1 tower, but you can see TNC, much like Liquid last game, putting a heavy premium and trying to protect this mid-tier 1 tower, keep that map control, and that's where the Void comes in with the Chronosphere, looking to be able to blow up Tiger. They do manage to get him. Tim's gets out the damage just before he falls, but it looks like March is going to get gobbled up by Mickey as well, and eventually TNC, they will manage to make this hold. Even without the Radiance and the Chronosphere being used, Liquid have...
So, you're effectively ahead by 8,000 gold on Liquid. And you're kind of losing, like it's an even fight. And like we said, this game doesn't get easier, so they need to just keep fighting. They need to force fights while there's no Chrono.
Yeah, it's a little surprising that KP and Gabby were trying to force the fight at top lane. It looks like KP's going to get run down.
Yeah, that's a little peculiar.
Does hit the...
But once they get those items, they're almost impossible to kill. But Liquid has this window right now to punish, and they're clearly aware of this, right? Like the way they're playing.
Another round of shapeshift. The LSA does immediately land on Koifa, but he managed to get the Centaur stun onto Tim's with a follow-up stun coming up from Boxy. That's going to be both supports immediately dead, and it looks like March is going to be chased down as well. The 3, 4, and 5 position, plus the mid-tier 1 tower, all fall.
Can be felt
It feels like he's way more of a mid-game hero than he used to be, right?
Yeah.
So we're not looking at Alchemist 5 slots when he comes online. It's like 2 items.
Yeah.
Maybe 3. And you're ready to go. Looks like the initiation onto the void. A big one with the silence follow-up as well. This carry's having a hard time getting out of all these disables and will fall. It looks like they're going to be able to catch March as well here. Taiga just keeps pace with him. And eventually, slow March with no boots. It's, everyone's so green.
The way KP played it, this is such a 180, right, from last game. It almost bothers me if they win this game on the side of TNC, where it's like, this is such a pub game, where they're like feeding relentlessly, randomly on the map, and yet the game's even. Yeah, man, like, we're going to farm 3 lanes and feed. Like, this is what we do, you know? I wouldn't exactly model anything a team should do off of our region, but all jokes aside.
Poor Tim. This is one of those deaths where you're just kind of running down lanes trying to kill creeps, right? You're just trying to create some space.
Yep, they have the net creep.
Oh, they're going to be able to keep him locked in. The silence is going to get there just in time before the time walk. This grim
push out lanes and trade bodies for getting lanes pushed out. They're actually looking to take a fight now, it looks like.
Nice catch onto Lena. And at the same time, with this big chronosphere, if they can actually take down Mick AP Massive, the Stampede goes out with a multicast. That's going to keep Mick AP in place long enough for Gabby to be able to get the double kill. But here comes the Lycan, trying to chase down KP. KP with no mana, very little health. It will eventually fall here. Armel, nowhere to run to use this unstable concoction until he spots him just barely.
I can feel it. I can feel it. It's off cool. He's like, I'm going to pull up a Hector replay to make me feel better. Yeah, that's a pretty big death on the side of Giants. It's crazy, man. How do you have a game where they're up 19-4 and it just still feels like all the pressure's on them to get something done here?
Yeah.
Alchemist is still crazy, skyrocketing in the net worth. Lycan found slowly but surely by this Midas Ogre. Pretty funny to see that he had a free farm start and now he's below the Rubik in terms of net worth. Pretty standard Alchemist things when you're not having like a really good game. You kind of see the effect of SOL for sure here. Liquid is in control right now, but they are on thin ice.
Well, this is a pickup they cannot afford. Lycan does manage to get off his shapeshift, though, before the stun came in, and he will manage to run away. So, if he can just keep vision of some of these heroes, the rest of the team can cut across, and they should be able to get at least 1 or 2 pickoffs here. The Lena is going to be protected a bit by the Alchemist, but here comes the rest of Liquid. KP does spot him, trying to slow him down. The Stampede looking to be able to run down the Lena, does manage to get him. Jump forward from the Alchemist, going straight for Mickey right now with a buyback coming out from the Lena. Can they get him chain stun, or Mickey's just going to turn and fight after all? He's got an Aegis. They can't really focus him down, and it's going to be Armel who dies instead. Mickey survives a little bit longer before that Aegis finally falls, but Gabby with the BKB, he still has a chronosphere, and he's going to let it fly just as the gyrocopter coming back alive. Can they save Mickey's life? No, they can't. The Fire Blast multicasts do too much damage, and Koipa running around with no shapeshift is going to be enough to be able to finish off this Lena and maybe get some damage on the KP, but Gabby, he still has a wealth of damage on him. He's going to time walk off some of that to be able to finish off the Lycan. Now just 2 supports going to control him up. The H12 is silence. Is it going to be enough? Gabby will fall. KP looks like he may die to the 2 supports as well, but Taiga with the time dilation on him. He's too slowed. They have no magic damage left. Insania gets another round of his silence back, but he's just KP's too tanky. He gets 1 more nuke out. The wolves are slowing down KP as much as possible, but the armor is too much. He can't quite finish up this 100 HP Ogre because the damage is just not there, and KP will survive through it all, gets the double kill, and Liquid get wiped. BSJ, is that the slip up that was just 1 too many?
That might not be. I think we're kind of still at the same point that we were like a minute ago. Like, I think that was a wash, but at the same time, like I said, the longer this game goes on, I don't think this game is out of reach for Liquid yet. Like, that's not like the game-ending slip-up. Him dying here
you cannot die here. This time around does have 20 magic stick charges, though, and will be able to get some distance between him and Armel.
I was like, I just came back to saying it's not over yet, and then he's about to die on Gyro. That's the problem, though. By the way, Alchemist didn't BKB that last fight. He just didn't use his BKB, so he died. That was very strange.
March getting a run down here by Koifa. You're not going to feel super great about this use.
Force staff. it basically breaks like any combo that Liquid's gonna throw out at them. Like you have like a Centaur Blink into Grimstroke Stun into Rubik Lift. It like breaks the lift. Really nice to basically say we're itemizing to survive. It goes along with this whole theme. You know, I didn't really love the Rush Midas, but KP really making it up to me with the items he's choosing to build now.
Taiga, nice chain stunning here is going to allow them to get a good follow-up from the Gyrocopter right now. A beautiful stop on it too, but a better Chronosphere. Locking down the back line. That's 3 stunned up with the LSA over the top. Laguna might be able to finish off Big A. That is Liquid losing a fight big time. Koifa might be able to sneak away into the night here as he will not tick out from the damage between the Radiants and that Ignite, but TNC still solidifying an easy win team fight into Tier 1 and Tier 2
This is exactly what I'm afraid of. 4-man focusing an Elk, and then you get 3-man Chrono. It's like, when you think about it as the fight plays out and each team is imagining how do we win this fight, it is so complicated for Liquid. For TNC, it's like just plant Alchemist in front, Crimson Guard him, and Chrono if they go on him. Like, it's just so simple.
Stop. Jeez, these beautiful stuns from Taiga. Once again, the telekinesis into the unstable concoction, setting up Boxy to finish off the Alk. And now, without that big damage dealer, they're free to chase down whatever TNC heroes they can catch. First is going to be March, next is going to be Gabby, but he pops his BKB for fear of Taiga catching him once again. And, well, at least that'll be it.
I don't want viewers to be, like, enabled, you know, by what they're seeing. You know, like, let's go to our 5-man stack, pick Alk and buy 2 minuses.
Unstable concoction does manage to get it off on a KP, but Gabby does manage to get the Chronosphere and only locking down the 2 supports though. Boxy able to get the jump in to finish off that core Ogre, but it looks like Taiga is going to be ripped apart by Gabby, so he does manage to finish off those 2 supports, jumping in for more. No time dilation to slow down these heroes. Boxy is unable to get away, had no blink up thanks to all those zombies, and now it's TNC's turn to look inside the Roshan pit and be a little disappointed.
No, he's gonna wait. March, no. Oh. Well, I guess I'm rooting for Liquid, so. They missed it.
What are you grabbing? We got 50 seconds until the next Roshan. Oh dear, that is not gonna feel great, but Koifa really didn't have it out either way. With no shapeshift, he wasn't gonna get away from that. Well, you know about that vision on the high ground now, but it's a bit too late.
Apparently I have a hard time reading it. I thought it was going to be up in like 10 seconds, so.
You're like, stay in the pit. And I'm like, what?
Just, you know,
stay in the pit for 50 more seconds.
Yeah, 50 more seconds. It's fine. At this point, obviously, the momentum tipping in favor of TNC.
Yeah.
It's getting almost out of hand for Liquid. But we saw them burst down the Alchemist last time.
Oh, telekinesis. They're going to be tossed together as well. Oh, no. Didn't actually get the toss together, so Gabby not going to be chain stunned and will not die as a result. Smoke up. Can they get the opening they need? Can they run into Gabby and burst him down? They're going to run into March. Not the best target, but it is a pickoff nonetheless. He slips away with a force staff coming out from KP, and they do manage to get some control onto Mickey for a while. Now they jump in for the Chronosphere, and they can't really protect Mickey at all in this situation. And seeing it's being burnt down by Armel on the back lines. They finish up the supports. Taiga falls as well inside that crowd. Beginning of the end for Team Liquid.
Oof. Man, it's so miserable to play Gyro in these games when you have no save and you're just against Void. You just get Chrono and you're like, oh, I'm dead. That's basically how it feels. Like when you don't have Aegis, when you don't have buyback, they're just going for the GG push. Lycan no ulti, Centaur no ulti, Grimstroke no ulti, dead heroes. They know he has no buyback because of timer. Actually, yeah,
Tier 4 down. And I mean, there's just no damage from this lineup. They're going to try and jump in with Boxy with the X12. That will manage to blow up one of the supports. Lean is dead, but so is Insanius. Gabby's quickly dealing with him. Boxy's trying to lay his damage out on the March. It's just not really doing anything. And Armel will finally turn to finish up the objectives. Now he'll finish off Boxy instead. A nice 3-man stun from Boxy. Can he get back to the fountain to regen up? He will. He'll be fine, but his tier 4 will not. And his throne is rapidly falling. Taiga's going to try and slow it down with a Fate Bolt. Telekinesis around. Koifa running around with his shapeshift. Not sure what to do because he can't really do anything against this Alchemist. He's going to go for the backline, trying to finish off March. Again, Boxy with a sick 2-man stun. Armel, though, is able to pop his BKB unstable concoction. This time the Centaur will get knocked out of the fight. KP quite low, but Koifa no longer having his shapeshift. Again, no real damage there. Same goes with Taiga. That was genius indeed. TNC, a very clean game 1 and game 2 a bit scrappier, but their greed does pay off in the end with a 34-minute victory.
Don't emulate this in your pubs, guys.
But BSJ